accepted to early college at Magnet High School. Maylin Garcia, law magnet at Townview. Natalie Galvan, Booker T. Washington, music guitar. Nathaniel Gonzalez, Sunset Pizza. Betsy Garcia, Trinity Garza, early college. Gabriela Venegas, Molina Beach, Alexander Mendoza, Molina Beach, Anthony Mendoza, Molina Beach, Alexander Mendoza, Lassiter, early college. Evelyn Ochoa, Molina Beach, Diana Sanchez, Carter High School P-Tech. Melanie Rodriguez Martinez, law magnet at Townview. Lucian Mahina, Molina Beach, Juan Segura, Trinity Garza. Lila Aguirre, Trinity Garza. Yasmin Sosa, Molina Beach, Isabella Orozco, Molina Beach, and Mariela Coronado, Trinity Garza. Please let Mr. Beckett know room 218 know when you receive your acceptance letter so we can celebrate you as well.
Attention all students that need attendance for credit. Meet Ms. Brooks in front of the auditorium after school. Ms. Rose will not be present today.
Students, this message is for Mr. Villalobos. All 7th graders, check your backpacks. If you have a sweater that does not belong to you, please return it to the main office.
It's time to level up. Game on. Have a great day of teaching, learning, and leading the soccer way.
How many of you are logged into Clever or iReady right now? Okay, sorry, you don't have to be. We're doing something else. So go ahead and close your laptops for right now. And I know it's so early, but go ahead and get out of your seats. I'm serious. Okay. Cool. Okay, so what's gonna happen is I'm going to tell you a description of a place, okay? Very easy. I am then going to give you 2 options. Hey, please listen so you can hear the instructions. I'm then going to give you 2 places, okay? One on this side of the room, one on this side of the room. You have to go to which one you think it is. Makes sense? Sit. Okay. So, what we're going to do, stand up. Okay, so the first place, I have a slide and monkey bars, and sometimes I have wood chips on the floor, but I'm definitely outside, and sometimes there's like a climbing wall attached. Do you get it? Yes? Okay, take a few seconds, think about it. Am I talking about?
Yes.
A grocery store or a playground? Go. Oh, cool. Everyone moved quietly. Awesome. Okay. Obviously, what was it? What was it? A playground. Thank you. Okay. Now, we're going to do another one. Now, we're going to do another one. Okay. I'm thinking of a place.
Hey, shut up.
Stand up. You have to participate too. I'm thinking of a place where there's where there's lockers and it's kind of cold sometimes. And there's equipment that helps you do what you're supposed to do. Okay? And there's multiple rooms. This one's harder. Pay attention. Am I talking about a gym or a school? Which one do you think it is? You have 3 seconds to get to where you're going and stop acting a fool. I got you. It was a school.
You should equip me.
Yeah. This is equipment, friend. Get back over there. Okay. Do we understand the point of, like, what we're doing? Ish? Do you understand the rules of the game? Whether you are moving or not? Okay. So you just walked in. Basically, I'm gonna say description. You're gonna walk to what side of the room you think it is. Okay, we're gonna do one more. I need you guys to calm down, please. Okay. We're gonna do a few more because we're waiting on Miss Harris. But let's think. Okay. I am thinking of, let's do an item now that has a lot of words in it, okay? A lot of papers involved. Sometimes I give you information, sometimes I'm just for fun. Am I a book or a laptop? Think about everything I said. Book, laptop. Think about everything I said. Okay. Don't keep touching on each other. I don't have to file with you. Quit being gross. Okay. Since y'all think you know everything, why are you over here? Why'd you choose book? Can somebody tell me why they chose book?
Because you said text and.
Right, but so does a laptop. So why didn't you choose laptop? What else did I say?
Pages.
Good. Paper, pages, okay? Pages could kind of go either way because, like, there's pages on a laptop. But ultimately, it's paper. Sit down. You stay where you are. Okay, we're gonna do you think we can do one more? Okay. Alright, everybody in the center of the room now. Go. Center of the room. Okay, we're gonna do one more. Quietly, we are going to do one more. Quietly, we're gonna do one more. Okay, so I have aisles separated into categories. I give you something with wheels to push around to get everything you need. And there's a section that is specific to fruits and vegetables. Okay? Am I a grocery store or a fridge? Think about everything I said. If you weren't paying attention. Huh? No, I'm not doing a gotcha this time. Okay. Be honest with me, how many of you guessed on this one? It's okay if you guess, I don't care. Did you guess? That's okay. Can anybody tell me why they chose a grocery store instead of fridge? You don't push a cart to your fridge, and there's no aisles in a refrigerator. I cannot walk through a refrigerator unless you work at like Cold Stone or something. Sit! Okay. Are we done standing up? Would we like to sit down? Cool, sit down. Okay. So, why do we think I asked you to do that today?
It's part of it.
Huh?
It's part of it.
Yes, it's part of the lesson, but why do you think I had you separating stuff for me? You don't know? Does anybody know? No? Okay. Well, today we're talking about using text evidence. Yay! I see you're so excited. All right. Okay, so we're actually going to be talking about using text evidence to support an appropriate response. What are my bolded words here? Brian?
What?
What are my bolded words on this side? What words look thicker?
Oh, support.
And? Use. Thank you. So what does it mean to use something? You got it. Henry, what does it mean to use something? right? Okay, what does it mean to support something? I know y'all know. To help it. So, we're gonna figure out how to use text evidence to help us write a response. Does that make sense? Yes? Or no? I can see you guys are absolutely thrilled to be here today. Okay. So, Miss, why is this important? Okay, having text evidence or just having some type of proof for what you're saying not only makes you more persuasive if you're in an argument, but it makes you more informed. Do we know what it means to be informed? Makes you sound smarter.
Brian, put it back in the thing. Here.
Okay, so I have Henry, can you help me out, please? Yeah. And Anthony, can you also help me out? Okay. Make sure everyone gets one of these. And you, make sure everyone gets one of these. Okay. Anthony and Henry are handing out a article, okay, that we're gonna be reading later. Everybody needs to have a pencil of some kind or something to write with at all. If you do not have one, talk to Miss Harris, y'all know the drill. Okay. When you have a writing utensil and your paper, give me a thumbs up so I know that I can keep going. No, not until later.
Make sure they get both pages.
We don't see how many of y'all pay attention and put your phones up for class, because you're gonna use your phone at the end of class. You're gonna use your phone at the end of class.
Okay, so use your words. Let me know.
Okay. Henry, if they have both papers and a pencil, what are they doing?
Right.
They're giving me a thumbs up. Okay. If you have a writing utensil and your papers, I expect to see a thumbs up. Not extra. How fun. I want a confident thumbs up. Don't be giving me some sideways nonsense. Good. Okay. Most of us. Awesome. So, let's take a second. Thank you. All right. Now, I know that y'all have worked with text evidence before, right? Yes. We have race. You guys just wrote like 50,000 essays, right? Okay. Who can tell me what text evidence is? Tell me what text evidence is. Y'all use it all the time. This is an English class. Evidence from the text, yes. Okay. What is that evidence? Like what's... Thank you! Information, that was the key word. Yes. Text evidence is information from a text that supports a claim or idea. Okay, can you please write that at the top of your paper here? Up here. Text evidence is information from a text that supports a claim or idea. You see Henry writing. Good. Make sure your names are on this too, because I want to see it. Is this an extra? Okay. Rewriting the definition of text evidence. And the magnifying glass.
Can you see?
Information from the text. See it? Yeah. Okay. I see Melanie writing. All right. Once you have the definition written down, I want a thumbs up to know that I can move on. Yes, at the top of your, at the top of the paper that says Halloween, costumes, history, myths, and more, right here. Right over there. Okay. When you have it, I want a thumbs up. Okay, Henry has it. Okay. Anthony's writing it down. It's the part that's in the microphone box. Okay, Brian's writing. Alright, good. So the majority of us have it written down. So, we often use text evidence for essay writing. Okay, that's the main thing that we use it for in the classroom. Right? It makes our arguments stronger and more reliable. Because would you guys trust me if I said, I think that the earth is flat? Just trust me. Would you believe me?
No.
No. For the record, I don't think the earth is flat. That would be ridiculous. I'm a teacher. But, how about if I said, your phones are good for you. Like, they're good for your brains. Would you believe me?
No.
No, right? Okay, so, what would it take for you to believe me when I tell you these outlandish claims? You'd expect me to have some type of support, right? This is text evidence. Okay? So now, this is going to be the steps for it. Now, on the back of this page, okay, I left it blank for you guys. You don't have to thank me. So you can write down anything that will help you remember this. Okay? So, I want you guys to have it written down, and I will be checking. So, this is going to be our step 1. Henry, can you read step 1 for me?
Read the text and annotate some way information.
Thank you. What's the word in yellow?
Annotate.
Annotate. Okay? So, for me, yes, sure. For me, okay, when you're doing work for me, this just means underlining, putting a box around, whatever. On the first read, you're just writing down the information you think is the most important. Okay? Any information. So this is going to be my first one. I'll read it for you. Halloween's origins date back more than 2,000 years. On what we consider November 1st, Europe's Celtic peoples celebrated their New Year's Day, called Samhain. I know it doesn't sound like Samhain, but they're Irish. So that's how it's said. On Samhain Eve, what we know as Halloween, spirits were thought to walk the earth as they traveled to the afterlife. Fairies, demons, gross, and other creatures were also said to be abroad. Okay, so this is going to be the text. This is the first 2 paragraphs of what's on your papers. So, on the one that has the big, bold title, okay, I want you to copy down what I annotated these 2 paragraphs to be like, okay? So what are you doing right now?
Annotate.
Annotating, thank you. You're just copying down my annotations because this part is me showing you how to do it. So, for this paragraph, I underlined, okay, Halloween's origins date back more than 2,000 years. So go ahead and copy that underlining on your paper. On Samhain Eve, what we know as Halloween, okay, so I underline that because it tells me that Halloween used to have a different name. To me, that's kind of important, okay? And then I underline this whole bottom part right here. It says that spirits were thought to walk the earth, and it tells you what Halloween used to celebrate, or what Halloween used to be about. You're not writing it down, you're just gonna underline these bolded parts on your paper. Okay, do you have one? Do you have a paper? Yeah, okay. Yeah, these 2. Is it gonna help you to move over there? Yeah? Are you gonna talk the whole time?
No.
Are you lying? Go ahead. Alright, can I move on? No? Okay. Can you like maybe 3 more seconds? You're not writing it down, guys, you're just underlining it. When you're done, give me a thumbs up. All you're doing right now is underlining those phrases. Come around, check. Good, thank you. It's on the other side, right? Okay, there. So you're supposed to be underlining these two. Okay, I see some people writing notes on the back of their paper, which is very nice. All right, I'm gonna move on to step 2. All right. Now, this is where we move into the appropriate response part, okay? So now you've read it once. Anthony, what are we gonna read now?
What is in the text, step 2?
Okay. What does this say? Can you read it for me?
Read and understand the issue.
Yes, so what's the second thing we're reading?
Question.
More of you need to be. What are we reading?
Question unit.
Y'all are losers. I'll get you later. Yes, the question being asked. So when it says read and understand, I just mean underline the part of the question. So now, down here, can I see this? It says question and answer. Where do you think you're gonna write this down?
Question.
Thank you. Under the question section, okay? So the question for this section is, what was the purpose of Halloween when it was first celebrated? Okay? Melanie, what's underlined in the question? I'm asking you, what is underlined in the question? Yes, so this question is asking me to look for the purpose of Halloween. So I'm probably going to be looking for stuff in the text that tells me what the purpose of Halloween was. Does that make sense? Yes? Okay. All right, you guys should have that question down. If you do not, please get it from a friend. We're moving on. Okay, so step 3. Can you read it for me? You don't have to if you can't see it. No, that's okay. Melanie, can you read the question for me? This part, step 3. Revisit.
Revisit the text and look for special information related to the question.
Yes, thank you, Melanie. Revisit the text and look for specific information related to the question. Okay? So the question was, what was the purpose of Halloween when it was first celebrated? So I'm looking for anything that tells me what they did on Halloween, okay? Why they celebrated it, any of that. So when I was reading this article, I underlined on my little own packet, spirits were thought to walk the earth as they traveled to the afterlife. Then I added an extra part, fairies, demons, and other creatures were also said to be abroad. Does that tell me why they celebrated Halloween?
Nope.
You don't think so? Okay. Does anybody think it does tell me what they did on Halloween? Or why they did it? Henry, why not? Why not? Were you guessing? Yeah. It's okay if you were guessing. So this section right here, spirits were thought to walk the earth. What was the purpose of Halloween? It was so that spirits were able to walk the earth. Does that make sense? It doesn't tell us outright the purpose of this was blank. Okay, but we have to use our inferencing skills that we've been building up for the past few years to get that in there. So, what part of this, Brian, do you think I'm going to be using to answer the question? If this is my specific information, what will I be using? You're going to use the question up there, yeah? And am I going to be using the black words or the red words? The red words, thank you. Yes. Okay, does this part make sense? Why I'm looking for something that relates directly to the question? I need nods or shakes. It's okay if it doesn't make sense. I just need you to tell me. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Everybody tell me whether it makes sense or not. Yes or no?
Yes.
Thank you, I see nods. Okay. All right, step 4. You're going to now answer the question being asked based on what the text says. So, this does not require any personal opinion. Am I asking for your personal opinion?
Yes.
No, I'm not. Okay? I'm only doing it based on the information from the text. Okay? Am I doing it based off my personal opinion? No. What am I doing it based off of, Henry? The text. Specifically, what in the text? What information for this question? No, that's my answer. The red. Okay. Spirits were thought to walk the earth as they traveled to the afterlife. So I narrowed mine down a little bit more. You should still be underlining. Okay, you should still be underlining the portions. Alright? Now this was my answer to the question. Okay? My answer was, when Halloween was first celebrated, people believed that the dead were able to walk the earth on the day. So I'm telling the reader that the purpose of Halloween was to let the dead roam the earth. Okay? Does that accurately paraphrase this section? Yami, does this accurately paraphrase this section? Yeah? Good. Okay, so if I'm using this text evidence, do we think I need to tell people I'm using this text evidence? I heard a yes and a no. Don't flip-flop your answers, Henry, you're right. I need to cite it now. Okay? Come on, we know race, right? Restate, answer, cite, explain. Basically doing the same thing, just in a condensed version. So, we're going to cite the evidence that supports our response. Now, for me, it was those little red words. Okay? I want everyone look at me, I'm to your right. I need eyes. Hi, Anthony. Eyes, please. There they are. Okay. I want everyone to write down the purple bullet points. These are your sentence starters for citing. Okay? So it's according to the text. The text states, author's last name explains that. Now the reason these are in parentheses, is because you fill this in with whatever you're reading. So it could be according to the poem, or according to the article, or, does that make sense? It could be, you fill it in with whatever you're reading. Okay? The author's last name. What are you going to fill that in with? The author's name. So, in this situation, say that the person's last name was Johnson. What am I going to put in there? Johnson. So it's going to be Johnson explains that, whatever. I need everybody to write this down on the back of their paper. You need to have these sentence starters. Okay? You just need to write down the purple stuff. So you can write down how to cite, text evidence, whatever, how to cite, and then these. Okay? Yes. Oh, that's rude. Okay. Please let me continue. Yes. Cool. Thank you, Brian. Okay, when you have all three written down, I want a thumbs up, please. I don't know what's so funny about sentence stems. But hee hee ha ha. Put your thumb down, thank you. Okay, you guys have been shown these sentence starters before, but I want to reiterate. What are they used for? Hmm? To cite evidence. Yes, they will also be helpful when you're trying to start your sentence. Okay? I need a thumbs up if I can move on or not. I need to slow down. No? Okay. Alright. So here is my cite of the evidence. Okay? You can write this down in that same answer column. Okay? Underneath this. In the same answer, you can write it underneath, or you can write it on the back of your other paper, whichever works for you. I know some of you write pretty big. Okay? So mine says, when Halloween was first celebrated, people believed that the dead were able to walk the earth on the day. Henry, read this first line. Here.
According to the article.
Louder.
According to the article.
According to the article. Okay? So that tells them that I'm citing my source. What am I doing, Melanie? I'm citing my source, yes. According to the article, spirits were thought to walk the earth as they traveled to the afterlife. Are these my words, the ones in quotations?
No.
No. Are these my words in quotations? No. I'm going to say it one more time. Are these my words in quotation marks? No. What words are they? From the text. Who said them? The author of the text. Okay? So I'm going to use quotation marks to quote the person who said it first. Okay. Since y'all are just so rowdy today, let's practice some. Okay? Now, I am going to need more participation than just Henry. I appreciate it. You're doing great. So if I come by your desk and I give you a little tap with the pen, you're going to be talking to me. Yes? Do we understand?
Yes.
I need either noises or big nods. Yes or no? Thank you. Okay, so our step one is what, Melanie? Annotate.
Annotate for recording.
Thank you. Okay, so I am going to do this in red just so you can see it. If I had you underline in the first one, what do you think we're doing in the second one? Underlining. Okay, so in addition to sacrificing animals to the gods and gathering around bonfires, Celts often wore costumes, probably animal skins, to confuse spirits, perhaps to avoid being possessed, according to the American Folklife Center at the U.S. Library of Congress. Okay, now, in your opinion, what is the important information from this article? What's the important information in here? Out loud.
Animals were sacrificed.
Okay. Animals were sacrificed, so we're gonna put sacrificing animals. It's not working. Oh no, okay. Alright, so we're just gonna have to talk through it because it's not working for me. But, so, underline sacrificing animals. Does our friend help us out with that? Can I highlight? No, it's not going to let me. Okay. There we go. Why aren't you letting me do it? Okay. In addition to sacrificing animals, what else is the important information here?
More costumes.
More costumes, okay. So underline more costumes.